Of all the comforting rituals television has to offer, is there anything quite like the Antiques Roadshow? We've all dreamt of it, haven't we? That dusty painting in the attic, the quirky vase used as a doorstop, the forgotten jewelry box from Grandma. We dream that one of them holds a secret, a hidden history that will make an expert's eyes widen in disbelief before they announce a life-changing sum. It's a show built on hope, history, and the delightful possibility of finding treasure in the everyday. But what happens when that hope curdles into horror? What happens when the object pulled from a dusty box isn't a forgotten masterpiece, but a relic of pure evil? On incredibly rare and unforgettable occasions, the cheerful atmosphere of the show is shattered. The friendly experts, usually so composed and delighted, become solemn, their voices heavy with emotion. They refuse to place a value on an item. When this happens, it's never about the object's condition or lack of worth. It's because the story it tells is so profoundly dark, so deeply offensive, or so utterly mysterious that to assign a price tag would be an insult to humanity itself. These are the items that transcend mere monetary value, leaving experts, guests, and millions of viewers at home utterly shaken. Here are the stories of 3 such items, the ones that horrified experts and left an indelible mark on the soul of the Antiques Roadshow. The bracelet that weighed more than gold. Imagine the scene. A guest presents a beautifully, intricately carved ivory bangle. To the untrained eye, it's a piece of exquisite craftsmanship, a testament to an artist's skill. The guest herself was charmed by it, having bought it at a house sale for a mere $3, completely unaware of its story. But the moment expert Ronnie Archer Morgan laid eyes on it, his entire demeanor shifted. The usual warmth in his expression was replaced by a deep, pained gravity. Before he even began, he felt compelled to make a solemn declaration to the guest and the viewers at home. "I want to make it absolutely clear," he began, his voice firm and unwavering, "that I and we in the Antiques Roadshow wholly and unequivocally disapprove of the trade in ivory." This was more than the standard disclaimer about animal cruelty. Everyone present could feel it. Something was different here. Something was terribly wrong. With a heavy heart, Archer Morgan began to unravel the bangle's true purpose. "This ivory bangle here is not about trading in ivory," he explained, his words landing like stones. "It's about trading in human life." The air grew still. This was no ordinary piece of jewelry. This was a tool, an accounting device. He revealed its sickening connection to the transatlantic slave trade of the 17th and 18th centuries. Each intricate carving, each notch and symbol, wasn't for decoration. It was a ledger, a cold, callous method for a ship's captain or a slaver to keep a running tally of the human beings he had captured and packed into the belly of a ship like cargo. Men, women, children, reduced to notches on a piece of ivory. The expert's emotion was raw and palpable. He called the object's craftsmanship amazing, but the word dripped with bitter irony. The skill it took to create it only magnified the monstrous purpose it served. He spoke of the original owner, the slaver who wore it, with undisguised contempt. "I'd like to meet him," Archer Morgan said, his voice thick with emotion, "and tell him how honest I think he is." When the time came for the valuation, the part of the show everyone waits for, Archer Morgan simply couldn't do it. He refused. "I just don't want to value it," he stated, looking at the guest with a mixture of sadness and gratitude. "I do not want to put a price on something that signifies such an awful business." He explained that the object's true worth wasn't in pounds or dollars, but in the devastating lesson it carried. "The value is in researching this and what we can find out," he concluded, his voice breaking slightly. "And I just love you for bringing it in, and thank you so much for making me so sad." In that moment, the show transcended television. It became a memorial. A toy forged in hatred. Sometimes evil isn't recorded in a secret ledger, it's hiding in plain sight, disguised as something as innocent as a child's toy. On another occasion, the experts were confronted with a cast-iron mechanical money box. These were common items in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, but this particular design is now recognized as one of the most jarring and offensive symbols of its era. Known historically as a jolly N-word bank, The item was a grotesque caricature of a black man. Its playful function was sickening. Place a coin in its hand, press a lever, and the arm would raise, depositing the coin into its gaping mouth as the eyes rolled back. For the guest who brought it in, it may have been just an old, curious mechanical toy. For the expert and for